morning on what is a stunning misty morning up here at the cliffs, and I've come out. I've got a couple of hours today, that is it, because I've got a funeral to go to at 12, so I've got to be back in for 10 and it's now 6:30, so I've literally got a couple of hours, and I've come out to do a bit of float fishing. I've got some live prawns and I've got a couple of live launce that I caught out on the banks the other day on a turbot trip. So I've nipped out just to have a quick go, see what I can get, if anything. And I've got John and Joe with their other friend Fu out on the Barracuda ahead of me, and I've just stopped off. I'm on my own and we're just drifting along towards Beachy Head. It's about as good a morning as you can get for the floats here. That is the bait this morning, just a live launce on this one and a prawn on the other one. Something going on with my sand eel. Go on, go in, come on, take it. Yeah, fish on. We got a fish on. The smallest bass. That is absolutely tiny. Look at that on that whole sand eel. Yeah, tiny little thing. So one tiny bass. It was the schooliest of schoolies, but off the mark, first cast, or first drop should I say. These are the floats, 56 gram C-Tech floats. Ounce and a half of lead gets them sitting perfectly at the yellow line. The hooks are a Cox and Rule Chinook. I prefer Chinooks when I'm using prawns. A circle will be brilliant on the launce, but for the prawns it can damage the body a little bit, a circle, so I like a Chinook. And all we're doing, let it trot away from the back of the boat. This is a new mark for me, this bit. Same sort of area, but a different lump that I'm fishing today. And that's it. 3 types of bites you will get with a float. I just had one of them a minute ago. Is it will simply go under. And the other type will be where it'll scoot along the side, like that. It will scoot along, you'll see it move. And the other one will be if a fish swims up, the float will lay flat like that. And it's like a drop back bite, I think they call it. Yeah, that one there was so small. I saw it bob and I thought, oh, it might be catching the bottom. It looked like it was catching the bottom, and I struck and there was nothing there. But it was obviously so small it could barely pull the float under. But yeah, we're all good. So off the mark, first go. Not bad to start with, just need something a lot bigger. So hooking a prawn. I got black segments in the back there. Just take your Chinook and just hook it once through the second black segment like that, and that's it. I did just lose a bite there, that's why I'm putting a fresh bait on. You've got to be so quick. The best way really is to fish one rod in your hand, but I'm being greedy and fishing 2. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to 1 rod. Fishing too many, and what's happening is I'm not concentrating and I'm missing the bites. It's gone. Fish on. Another small one. That wasn't pretty, but we got it. Oh, lovely bit of rock coming. Another one. Again, small, not sizable. Yeah, not sizable, but a bass nonetheless. There's that chinu in the corner. Absolutely lovely. Here we'll go back. 10 foot here, have to be careful here. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Go again, go again, yeah, go again. Yep. Get the fish on. That feels like a better one. Where's it gone? It's gone. No, it's still here, it's still here. Swimming towards me. Live launch, that one. Oh, come off. That come off that one, but another one. That's tiny, another tiny one. Another absolutely tiny fish. These are not what we want this morning. That's taken a launch that was as big as it was, as big as the fish. Oh, blimey. Right, I'm going to put on a jumbo launch. If a bass takes that, then fair play. That is an absolute snake of a launch. Come over a lump of rock there, a really big lump of rock. As soon as you come over those little peaks, as soon as I just get those, where I am, there's rocks like the size of cars or they're the size of your tellies. Various different rock formations underwater. The cliffs itself is no secret where I am. But the bits that are underwater are the secrets. And it's those you really need to know for a good day. I'm on double launch now. There's another nice little rocky bit coming in now. That launch has freshened up now, he's been in the water. I've just spoken to John on the Barracuda, who is literally maybe 200 metres behind me over there. And he's had a 55 centimetre bass, which is a lovely fish. Well, Joe's had it. Yeah, I mean, a lovely 55 centimetre bass. That's not a nice fish, that. Just letting the floats trot away with the bail arm off. And as soon as you get a bite, you've got to be really quick. Engage the bail arm, strike it. But it is about as nice a morning as you can get for floats today. Now that one's getting a bit far away, so I'm just going to bring it in. Feel that launch kicking. All the time I'm just watching the other float. I'm just going to reset this over there. And then that will trot away, and then I'll reset this one. Sometimes the float will go right at the side of the boat, so you've got to really have your wits about you, like that. See, it's going now. I have got a big launch on. Oh, that's a bite on there, I think. I've got a bite on this one, I'm going to be careful with that. That's going to go in a second. This is the one with a snake on. I thought we were going to get a bite then. But it's all been very quiet here for me. I'm marking lots of bait fish, but I'm not seeing many bass. And the ones we have seen have been tiny, although Joe has had a 55 centimetre over there. I haven't spoken to them for a good hour. I've only got about an hour left anyway myself, so I've got to try and find something quick. Yeah, the launce isn't working, the prawn's not working. But it's still lovely to be out, and we have still caught bass. I don't know where you're from in the country, but do the French use channel 16 as just a chat? Oh, it's a nightmare. Got them on at a 16 all times, but you just have French people just having a conversation. Thought the float had gone then. That was a tiny one. I thought I saw the float going. They're barely wedged during a bite, these things. Absolutely tiny. That is number 5. Another absolutely tiny schoolie. Well hooked though with that chinny. Tiny things. Not what I was after today. A lot of jiggery pokery when you're working 2 rods. Constantly lifting over each other to make sure they're gonna not drift into each other and stuff. We're in the money now. This is where I was having fish this morning. Right, I got one. This one felt a bit better. Well, that's because it is. It's not a monster, but it's better. It's not a monster, but it's better. Good bit of fun on the gear. A nice spirited fight, this one. So I might just go this one. Go! That is a bit better. There's that chinu. So to get this bait straight back out because I'm over a good bit of ground. There you go. Best one of the morning. Still small, but he is 44 centimetres, so he does go. I've got a friend who wants one today, so that's going to come home with me. But that's a bit better. That was bass number 5 on the floats again this morning. And that one was an okay one, 44 centimetres. I just changed my depth. Come along to where I had some fish this morning. Altered my depth by about 3 foot. And the float was maybe 8 foot from me. Vroom. Really positive take. I've gone down to 1 rod. Struck into it, there it was. Nice to sneak out another one. I've got a seal right by my float. This big mount, I've seen it, he's in here, there's a couple of seals working here. And he come right up earlier. I've just had a load of bubbles come up around my float. Not that he's going to take the prawn, but he might have a fish if I get one. Another really spirited schoolie. Again, not the sizes we want, but it is another one. Yep, another little schoolie. Paddles away, and on that note, I think I am going to go home. Well, that is the end of our short session on the bass. This one here, though, that's a bit better with some bigger fish. I hope you've learned something. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all again soon.